Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series Chase Race number 2. And we're live at Dover. Let's take you to the practice action. Have to get that off there. I'll be your main commentator tonight, Vern Bradley in the booth, and I don't know what I just did to my phone, but I think I tried to turn a camera on or something. We don't need that. Not first. I think Talios beat you to it, Grumpy. Well, Mr. Announcer would be Vern tonight, but Macaulay somewhere. I think I seen him on Discord. It said he's playing Fortnite right now, so let's get a camera going here. There's a 22 car sitting at the top of the leaderboard right now. And I'll tell you guys, before I get too deep into the racing action in this stream here tonight in the chat, I want to wish a happy 24th anniversary to my wife, Denise. And thank you for letting me be broadcasting here tonight. We had to reschedule our anniversary dinner. I think we're going to do it Saturday instead, but I have to thank her for all her patience and understanding, not just for that, but not for so much for rescheduling the anniversary dinner, but for putting up with me for 24 years. So there's the Fire and Ice machine. He's getting off the racetrack here, but the 00 right there. Sparko car. Nick Hunt still on the racetrack. All right, so what do we got in the chat? Let's check it out. Only because he had the link. Oh, you got that right, man. I mean, Grumpy. Poor woman. I'm sure there's some of you guys that have one of them behind you. And if they're not standing behind you now, they will be when you open your mouth loud enough, I promise you. So we'll have to see how engrossed Michael McCauley is in the Fortnite game. I think my Fortnite game had, well, I don't think, I know for a fact. I tried playing it like one time. And I think that's the one where they drop you out of the bus, right? You parachute down, and I don't even think I hit the ground and they killed me, to be honest with you. So that was my one Fortnite experience. I think I'll stick to commentating on iRacing. Well, it sounds like you got that worked out pretty well there, Grumpy. I would bet that mine is on Netflix right now, if I had to guess. I would say Netflix is probably what's happening. And what's up, Captain Trouble? All right, so there's the third. The driver that is number 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Macaulay is playing Fortnite right now, according to Discord, so. 15 years, you learn a few things. That's right. 24 years, you'll learn a lot of things, Grumpy. Probably if I didn't have that kind of time under my belt, then on my anniversary, I probably wouldn't be doing this. I didn't even bother to look at the schedule ahead of time to be able to say, uh-oh, I think we need to come up with an alternate plan for the 3rd of February. And once I make the commitment on the schedule, here I am. Got the FBI sleeper agent at work. Well, hang out with us as long as you can there. Nation is actually sick right now, Captain Trouble. I think he might have the Rona. He's denying it, but I think that might be what it is. Actually, a couple of the guys in the Discord server with me one of them knows he's got the Rona, but Nation is in denial. He said he's got the alien flu or something. I don't even know what that is, but I think it was the alien flu. We'll ask Macaulay. He was in there, so he knows a little bit about it. Meanwhile, out on the racetrack, though, this driver right here in the 30 car, Justin Gann, in the practice session, putting himself at the top of the board here at Dover tonight. Justin, outside wall right there, though. That's going to slow that lap down a bit. That's one of the dangers of racing around Dover Speedway here. Yeah, it seems to be ramping up in the northern part of the country. We've been, you guys know that I was down, obviously, last week or week before. I think probably the week before last. It's been a couple of weeks now, I think, but originally it was hay fever. And the hay fever every couple days turned into a different symptom. So, pretty sure we know what went through me. The good news about it, though, is if it runs through all the people, then we should be hitting an endemic. We'll be hitting an endemic, not a pandemic, but an endemic. So that means a lot of people should have immunities towards it, and maybe we can snuff the virus out. That'd be pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure that there would be some upset politicians if it went away because they wouldn't have nothing to play off of anymore. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to see Talios, Chad. I can see it when he puts it in YouTube. But maybe we're not broadcasting loud enough, or you guys in the chat are not loud enough, because I don't think Macaulay knows we're live yet. There's the Fire and Ice machine right there. The MMO machine. The Melon Movement. That's right. Michael Atkins Jr. in the 41. There's Macaulay. I guess we did get loud enough. Macaulay, did we get loud enough that you heard us?
Yeah, I think so.
Welcome to the booth tonight, man.
Thanks.
So, chase race number 2, Dover Speedway here, Macaulay. You've made some laps here. Tell us about your Dover experience.
Easiest track on the circuit.
Easiest one, huh?
Definitely.
It doesn't feel like when you're coming out of the turn that the outside wall kind of catches up with you really fast there, Macaulay?
Well, it does. It comes up real quick.
And there's Booski, and the Melons are rolling in the chat, Macaulay.
They are, but it's definitely a difficult track, and it feels like a short track. It's not, but it is.
Yeah, it definitely drives like one, don't it, Macaulay?
Oh, it does.
And we've seen it a couple of times. The guy will come, corner exit and get that outside wall. And I would really be surprised if there wasn't a couple dented fenders tonight, Macaulay.
I would be shocked.
Right fronts in particular.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely a track that's not easy to pass on either.
So Macaulay actually did something last night. I'm proud of him. He set up a race at a road course. As we're going to switch into qualifying here, Macaulay, and we're going to see who lights up first on the qualifying list so we can see who to pick on first. How's that?
Yeah, it works.
Oh, I think the Melon Movement might have got there.
Yep.
So here we go. We're on board with the 41, Michael Atkins Jr. We're going to hit our in-car, so you see it in the bottom right-hand corner who the driver is. And I think we got a mellow movement on the track, Macaulay.
We do.
And we definitely got the viewers coming into the broadcast, and we appreciate it. I'm sure all the guys here at Swift Motorsports appreciates that as well. He was number 2 in practice, or number 3. I think 3rd in practice, so let's see what he can pick up right here. And this will show you what it's like to get around Dover, won't it, Macaulay?
Just a little.
It's not easy.
It's not. You're working the wheel a lot.
I'll tell you what, though, we got on board with a guy that makes it look easy as he went up to the top, but it looks like the 42 is going to knock him off. So let's see exactly what lap number 2 can do for the driver of the 41 car. Let's see if he can get back to the top here, Macaulay. He's sitting number 2 right now. So out of turn 4 at the line. He goes back to second, but he can't top Todd Cray. So watching Todd Cray right here, he's on lap number 2. His first lap, though, was fast enough to put him at the top of the board, Macaulay. Let's see if he can pick up on lap number 2 here. Well, no pickup, but he's already at the top, right, Macaulay?
He is. He's actually the only. Todd Cray's the only one that improved from practice right now.
So here's a driver we'll jump on board with. He's usually fast week in and week out. That's the 29 car, Mike Rominger. Rominger, from what I noticed coming out of 2 there, very smooth on corner exit, Macaulay. But listen to him feather that throttle, and man, that thing pushed hard out of turn 4. That's going to put Rominger 5th on the board. Lost a lot of time on the exit of 4. He had a good exit on 2 right here on lap number 2. Let's see how he can handle 3 and 4 here, Macaulay. Going to work down at the bottom of the track. This time take it a little easier on the exit of 4. Coming to the line. He's going to stay 5th on the speed chart.
Yep, I think Gann's on the track right now, too.
So we are on board with the 30 car, as you mentioned that, and that 30 car was P1 in practice. He's doing something a little different than the other guys already, Macaulay.
On a different line.
Only on the warm-up lap, and he did that to get the momentum for lap number 1 here. That means he is running a little different line, actually, Macaulay. Down in 1 and 2, he was up about a half a lane. And I see him doing the same thing down here in 3 and 4, but he's going to cut it right down to the bottom on the exit of 4. Wow.
Yep, P1.
P1. Look at that. Right to the top of the board, so he's going to back up what he did in practice.
Yeah, he actually ran almost half a tenth faster.
I think he might have learned something.
He may have.
We don't want to give the secrets away, though. Oh, what the heck. We were already on board, weren't we, Macaulay?
Yeah, everyone saw the in-car.
Yep, we saw the in-car, so I don't know that it's a secret. I think the cat's out of the bag now. But it did look like he ran a little bit higher up the track, Macaulay.
Yeah, it definitely did. About a half lane up.
Maybe he was able to get the car to turn better there, or carry a little more momentum. I'm not sure. The chat's already fired up, Macaulay.
Yeah, they are.
You got to love the competition, though. That's what racing's about. That's what all sports in America are about, but racing's one of the one where you can there's so many teams to pull for, Macaulay.
There is.
We got how many different ones do we got here tonight? 10 of them?
10? Yep.
So we got 10 different teams that we can pull for. Not like football or basketball or something where in baseball where 2 teams are playing each other. Hockey. Well,
Yeah,
we got 10 of them. And they're just drivers.
that's all they are.
So we'll wait till they get to lining up, and we have a couple of cars that are sitting on the grid right now, so we'll go to try to find them. And I think they might start them on pit road here. Yep. So they're going to line them up on pit road, and we see a couple of cars already lined up, so we'll let a few more get lined up, and then we'll tell you what the lineup is. Right, Macaulay?
Yep. Or you'll see it across the top of the screen.
Man, and you see some Todd Cray fans pulling into the chat there, Macaulay.
It's good to see.
Todd, really fast in practice, put down a pretty good qualifying lap as well. See Jessica in the chat. We got Clark. I think Clark may be a racer herself. That name looks familiar from my racing, Macaulay, so I think Clark might also be a racer. And there's the competition in the chat. We know it's there, don't we, Macaulay?
Oh, we do.
Week in and week out, and that's what it's all about. A lot of friendly competition, and we think it's competitive in the chat or even in the booth. Just think of how competitive it is for these drivers in the cars tonight, Macaulay.
What is it? Chase race number 2, so it's definitely going to be competitive.
Yeah, and you know why we're waiting for them to line up? We can take a look at that bracket real quick, too. I have it, so we're going to look at the 12 Chase drivers. We only have 10 of them making a start here at Dover tonight. And do you think that that could be attributed maybe to the short track racing here at Dover, Macaulay?
It definitely could.
You think there's
None.
some guys that are like, you know what, that wall's going to have me on lap 1, so I'm done?
Yeah, there's some people that hate it.
But we know that Rominger's in the field. We can see the 42 right there of David Elliott. So we got those drivers in the field, and we're going to look at the starting lineup in a couple of minutes. But just looking at some names there, Stephen Ayers Jr. in the 62. We know that Michael Atkins Jr.'s 41's there. Tommy Haynes got the 17 car, and we need to take a look at that car because he may be running a different paint tonight, Macaulay.
I think it was the Bush.
Oh, he might be in the bush.
Yep, that's what it is.
That's what it is. All right, so the 00 I did see in practice, so we know he's here. The 5 car, though, Chad Osborne. I did not see him on the track, Macaulay, and nor do I see him in qualifying.
Nope, he's not out there.
And I think one of them said something about having to do something, plow snow or something.
That sounds about right.
We don't know how many drivers might be affected by weather in some of those places right now either, Macaulay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the Bush car for the 17. So we don't see the 5. Hopefully he can make it in before they get going here, but I think it's probably about time. Well, these guys will load in, and then we'll get ready to do some pacing, I think, Macaulay. And it's a short track, but it's relatively small field, so we should be able to cover the starting lineup pretty quickly.
Yeah, it won't take long.
I'll handle the first 5, and you pick up the second 5.
Yep.
And we'll call it a win. And they're loading in now, so we'll get up there on the front row a little closer, and I can't get a close-up yet until they go to come off of pit road because my cameras just don't want to. Well, I'll tell you, Macaulay, they don't really want to cooperate with us here.
Not at Dover. Nothing at Dover cooperates.
So
Makes sense.
Let's get that starting grid up there and let you know where your favorite driver is going to be starting Chase race number 2 in Dover. Starting on the pole, he was fast last week. Chase race number 1. He's back again. And the chase races are the ones you want to win the championship, right, Macaulay?
Yep.
And Justin Gann knows how to do it, and he's starting on the pole in the number 30 car. To his outside, I know he's got a couple of fans in the booth because we seen him there, Macaulay. That's going to be that 22 of Todd Cray. He's also racing for a championship. I'm pretty sure every driver in the field is.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to third, and he's got a lot of fans in the chat. That's going to be the Fire and Ice car, the 41 right there, Michael Atkins Jr. And to his outside in fourth, Macaulay. And we're going to take a look at the paint job here. But that will be Tommy Haynes, the bootlegger, in the 17. So we got a couple of, well, no, we don't. They all loaded in, didn't they?
Yep.
All right, so let's go to fifth real quick. That's going to be the number 42 of David Elliott. Now we got Macaulay. He's going to take it away for sixth.
And starting sixth, you got Mike Rominger in the 29. Starting seventh, you got Nick Hunt in the 00. To his outside, you got the gentleman Gary May. Starting ninth, you got John Wimbish in the Army car. And round out the field, you got Stephen Ayers Jr. starting 10th.
All right, so there we go. That's your starting lineup here. And we're getting ready to do some racing. So we're going to get right to the front of the field for your start. And they're going to fire off and get going, Macaulay. And just like that, we're green flag at Dover.
They got single file real quick.
Yep, they single filed out. While they did that, I'm going to do my typical let me restart the timing and scoring screen. Because we have to. As we're not watching a battle for lead, but look at second place, Macaulay. That 41 took it.
He's on the move. He's all over Gann already.
He's all over the back of that 30, looking to the bottom again, but another fast car. Look who moved into third right here, Macaulay. And going for second. Busch. That's right. The nice, refreshing flavor of Busch beer in the 17 car. I don't think he'd want that nickname, though.
No.
We'll just keep calling him the bootlegger, Macaulay.
Yeah, we'll keep calling the bootlegger.
Man, look how hard he drove it into three there, though. That car drifted right up to the center of the track and putting pressure, though, on the 30 car. But I'll tell you what, Michael Atkins Jr. made short work of getting to the front of the field, Macaulay.
It didn't take him long at all.
He got there, and he's trying to set sail right now. He's picked up about 0.4 of a second over that second-place battle. And Tommy Haynes wants that spot, Macaulay.
He does. He might have it here.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
He got out of shape. Todd Cray's going to sneak by. It looks like David Elliott in the 42 is going to sneak by as well.
He's got an over-under of 1.
So we've seen Todd Cray start up towards the front, drop back just a little bit, Macaulay, but it looks like the 22 car's got some speed.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if he searched for it and found it, but I don't know that any of them right now has got anything for that race leader. Michael Atkins Jr. has put a second on second place in the rest of those guys, Macaulay.
And it's a mess behind him.
He's gonna leave them to battle it out. You see, Gann, though, not a ton of pressure. The 22 kind of pushed up the track, and the 42 of Elliott's able to close up. And David Elliott, man, we knew he was going to put the practice in because I think he's the one that told us he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did.
And it looks like he did because that 42 car is looking pretty sporty here right now. And look at the 00 right here. The Sparko car, Nick Hunt, man. I mean, Nick's he's right there with these guys, second through fifth, Macaulay.
Yeah, hanging in there.
Then we get back a little farther. We find Wimbish in the 56. Rominger back here in the 29. But look at Tommy Haynes, the 17 car. We've seen him battling for second. Now he's back here in eighth, Macaulay.
Yeah, it's got a lot of ground to make up.
Clear my throat out a little bit. That's more from allergies.
Yeah.
Nope, probably smoking. That'll do it, Macaulay.
Oh, Tommy Haynes is sideways again.
Yeah, it looked like the 10 of Gary May had to get out of the gas a little bit too, McCullough. He dropped a spot.
It looks like Tommy Haynes actually might have gotten to the wall. He has some damage on the right side.
Yeah, it looks like Haynes is going to turn over the spot, though, to the 62 car of Ayers right here. That's going to put Tommy back to 9th. Meanwhile, back on the farm, he's definitely plowing the field, ain't he, McCullough?
He is.
1.5 second lead over second place back here. And looks like second place able to open up a little bit of gap, too, on third, McCullough.
Yeah, I think Gant's slowly starting to catch him now. Yep, he closed the 10th that lap.
Looks like one end of the track, Gant might be a little bit faster down in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2. The 41 looks to be a little faster, McCullough. Look at the lap times right here. Just a little bit quicker, the race leader right now. Not much, but a little bit. He went a 479 to Gann's 482 that last time.
Yeah, it's close.
So we'll keep an eye on that because I did see a 10th drop off the top right there.
Yep, another second there. No, cent.
That's exactly right. It was a 10th, wasn't it?
Yep.
Watching the second place car, but get back up to the race leader here. Ooh, he had to get out of it a little bit out of 4 right there. He's going to go 584, and Gann's going to pull over a 10th off that time, McCullough.
Yeah, about 10th and a half there.
So it looks like the 30 car has got it dialed in for the longer run right here. 15 laps in right now at Dover. Pit window here, McCullough. We haven't talked about it yet. How far you think they can go, buddy?
Oof. Probably about 40, I'd say. 35 to 40.
Yeah, I'd say somewhere around there, 40. We see the lead down to a second now. So that's a half a second, about 3 or 4 laps that 30's able to close. But I'll tell you what, Todd Cray has been turning some pretty decent laps here too, McCullough.
He has.
But David Elliott, once again, one of the fastest cars on the racetrack.
We've seen him do that on longer runs.
So that 42 car's definitely got the long run figured out. He's just going to have to get the track position, McCullough. But the 00 back here, another one that's not slouching. He's running lap times comparable with those guys in front of him, and he's able to hold pace with them pretty good. So it looks like our top 5, maybe actually our top 7, because not too far behind him, you're going to find the 29 of Mike Rominger, who's worked his way actually up to the 6th position, McCullough.
He may have dropped back a little at the start. He's got a little damage on this front end, too.
The wall here has a, I don't know, it's just got a sneaky way of jumping out towards you. You know what I mean?
It does. Yep.
I mean, you'll just be trying to drive out of turn 4 normally, and the wall just jump down and get your car. We had to get back to the front because we got a battle for the lead. Man, and that 30 car just barreled it in the corner. He's going to make it stick on the bottom, McCullough, and we got a race for the lead down the back straightaway. Atkins working the high side, 30 car Justin Gann working down on the bottom. And Atkins is going to keep it out there off of turn 4, McCullough, and they're still side by side. Look at Todd Cray close.
Yeah, he's there now.
Man, the 30 car really got a run right there in the center. And he's going to... No, he didn't take the line away from the 41. The 41 held it there. But now the 41's lost that spot, and he's under fire with the 22 of Todd Cray. Wow. Ooh. Look how close that was. Cray's going to take the spot. Looked like the 41 may have played with the outside wall a little bit. And that's going to move Todd Cray in the 22 to second. Atkins in the 41 back to third, but look at David Elliott now.
Top 4's within a second of each other right now.
Looks like that 41 was fast early, but he might have made that right front tire just a tad bit angry, McCauley.
It's easy to do here.
Man, look how quick Elliott closed up in the center of the corner. David Elliott in the 42 car. Not for long, Grumpy says. Now, they'll eventually pick and get new tires, Grumpy, and we know he's fast then. So I think this is probably going to be a battle in the next lap or 5, McCauley. Or 7, who knows, 5, 7 laps.
For now.
But the 42 able to get a better run center off on the corner. And look how he's letting his car drift out there. Talking about the driver of the 42, David Elliott. And Rubbin's racing. That's right. That 42 running a little bit higher line, especially in the center of the corner, but it seems to be working out for him, McCauley.
Yeah. Might be saving some tires doing it that way, too.
That's what I'm thinking. He's probably not got the right front as angry as the 41 does. Meanwhile, back up front, not too much distance separating 1 and 2 here. The 22 of Todd Cray and the 30 car, Justin Gann. Gann able to go up there and wrestle the lead away, and you kind of thought with the speed he had, he'd ride off into the sunset, but that's not the case here, McCauley.
No.
And 0.2 of a second back, you got that 22 car, Todd Cray. We know Todd's fast, and it just makes you beg to wonder which one of these guys is going to be the better one on the long run. Look at Cray close up down the backstretch here. Cut the lead down to 0.1 of a second as they're coming out of turn 4 right here. And it looks like turn 4, and it usually is turn 4, is kind of the treacherous one, we'll call it.
Yeah.
At 22, probably trying to put a little pressure on a guy, trying to make him make a mistake, but 30 car is able to hold on to it right here and run a good line, and he's going to keep about a 0.2 of a second lead on him right here.
Just keep it smooth.
Nice and smooth. Meanwhile, back in third, the Fire and Ice driver here, he's holding on to it, McCauley.
He is. He's just maintaining that gap.
He's back about 1.5 seconds right now. But he's still got the 42 right there. One slip up and the 42's gone. This battle's been a close one, but it's been a close one for several laps now. I said it could be for 5, and I was wrong, McCauley. It's been 10, 14.
Yeah.
That lead, though, is getting closer. Todd Cray got it back within 0.1 of a second coming off of turn 4 there, but it looked like he lost a little off of 4 and down here in the middle of 1 and 2. So just when I think there's about ready to be some action up front, McCauley, I'm wrong again. Wimbish, though, in the 56, look at that, able to move around that 29 car. And I think you might have been on to something, McCauley. You said it looked like he had a little damage up there.
Yeah, just a little bit on that nose.
So let's try to figure it out here. I'm looking at the front. I can't tell. It's bent, McCauley.
Yeah, that hood's bent up a little bit.
Yeah, the hood's been up, and so's this front splitter up here.
Yeah, that might explain with Tommy Haynes, because Tommy Haynes just has some damage on the back of his car.
Might be making that car a little more aerodynamically uncomfortable, McCauley.
Yeah.
I don't know where I come up with that word at, but or that saying even, but we'll take it. And that's the 29 car right here, Mike Rominger. It looks like Wimbish, though, in the 56 car, we're going to move up to him because I think he's catching that 00.
He is.
And that'll move the Army car right here. Oh, there's COVID boy.
Yep. He's there in the chat.
The question is, Do you think Nation has the alien virus or the Rona?
Oh, it's definitely the alien one.
It's the alien virus that Nation's got. Do you think that was transmitted from the thing that he had that there's only 3 of in the universe?
That's
or
his
in the
punishment.
galaxy?
That was his punishment for taking it.
That was his punishment. They give him the alien virus?
Yep.
Gotcha. So there is a lead battle, and it is a 1/10 of a second again, and that's why we move back up here. Todd Cray in the 22 is right there. Pressure is applied, McCauley. We get 37 laps in the books here, about 37 and a half to be in fact. The Wu-Tang Flu. I love it. Nothing better, McCauley. That Wu-Tang Flu ain't nothing to mess with, is it, Captain Trouble? Wu-Tang Flu ain't nothing to mess with. I'd say what that song really says, but a little bit too much respect for the guys over here at Swift to do that. Man, Cray really put it out of 4.
He's using every inch of track right now.
And every time I get up here on this battle, man, it goes back to 0.2 of a second. It's like when I move the camera up there, Gann says, all right, it's go time.
Yeah. Got to put it on for the camera.
He said, we got the camera back on the 30, so time to put the show on. That 22's not going nowhere, though. He's getting everything out of 4 except that outside wall. But he's able to pick up a little more pace right here. And look at the turn 2 exit that he takes, McCauley. Man, and he got a monster run down that back straightaway. But out of 4, now they almost looked identical that time, didn't they?
Yeah, they broke even there.
Couldn't eat nothing for a week, he said, only liquid. My kids both complained about that sore throat. I'm going to tell you guys right now the worst, because I think last Thursday I was suffering with it. I didn't have no taste or smell, remember?
Yeah.
I went through the body aches and the stomach crap and all of that, McCauley, and the sneezing, all of it. I'll tell you right now, losing the taste and smell was the worst. You don't take a fat man's taste away, I'm just saying. I'm going to put that out there. Don't do it.
Yeah. That's punishment right
there. That
there.
is punishment at its best, at its finest. That's punishment. Man, it's less than 1/10 of a second now, McCauley. The 22 car is right there.
He's just waiting for Gann to slip up.
I think that 30, now it's just the way the rear of these cars look, isn't it? They got those louvers back there.
Yep.
Gann moved up a little bit there, and the 22 ran right down on the bottom again coming out of turn 2. But Gann's able to hold him off down the straightaway. Todd Cray not able to get a look to the inside yet, but he is applying a lot of pressure right now. 1/10 of a second barely is the gap. And right here, coming out of turn 2, Cray runs a completely different line, and he's able to just step to step, McCauley.
And he lost it there in 3 and 4.
Y'all and the rest of the world are sissies, he called us, McCauley. You hear that? We didn't say you had the vid. We actually said you have the alien virus, which is what you have, Nation. You're not going to deny that one. Man,
Are you in the laundry room?
He's in the laundry room, no doubt. If he's calling us sissies, then you know he went back to work today.
Yep.
That's exactly what will happen next row. Thanks for pointing that out for Nation. He don't get it. Man, we're seeing a battle right here.
We are. They pulled a gap on third and fourth.
And look at third, though. It changed over, too. David Elliott in a 42. I think he went primetime, McCauley. That's what the car says. Primetime, right on it.
Does it?
42 car, primetime, buddy.
Makes sense.
He took her up into the top 3 right here. He's able to get around that 41 car of Michael Atkins Jr. And they're 49 laps into the run, so McCauley and I failed on the fuel mileage thing, but it'll be okay.
We did.
But I'll tell you who else failed this one. Bender.
No, he gave us an over-under of 1.
Oh, did he? Where
Yeah.
was that at? I
That
missed
was a while
it.
ago.
So what'd you go?
I was going to go with 2, but I believe Grumpy went with 2.
Well, I'm going under at 0.
Well, I guess I'll go right at 1 then. I don't want to copy Grumpy stuff. I'll go right at 1.
All right, so you're even at 1. Grumpy's at 2. And I'll be at 0. Not fair for us to do it 51 laps in, though, McCauley.
No, but I think he did it like on lap 5.
There's still plenty of time. Look at the 29. He's actually gotten back around the 56. And now he's closed up on the back of the 41, McCauley.
I think the 41, is he coming in?
41's coming
in.
to pit road. You're right. He's going to be the first one, and, man, he's got her locked down, and he barely missed those barrels.
It's a tricky pit road to get on.
That's a little bit scary right there.
It's a long pit road,
Grumpy
too. That's
said
the whole thing here.
he's at 2. Pick your own number. Mine. Yeah, it's definitely a long pit road as the 41 makes his way down it. And meanwhile, back up front, looks like they might have the 10 car of Gary May on fresh tires right here, talking about the leaders.
Yeah, Gary May came off like about 5 laps ago, I think.
So May was one of the first ones on pit road. Man, them leaders just able to hold him off like that's insane. But Gann able to hold a couple of tenths right here on the 22 car. Gann coming to pit road.
Yep.
Leaders on pit road.
Ooh, he's sideways.
He got her woed down just in time, it looks like. So he's going to make it to pit road safely.
That's tricky because you got to get down to 35.
Yes, very slow pit road right here. And here, no, that 22 just exits the corner so low you don't know when he's going to the pits.
Yep.
Todd Cray's going to keep it out on the track, and not this time, McCauley.
Third advantage to stretching it out as long as you can.
Ideally, if you could stretch it to 90, it'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think they'd go that far. I don't know
He's
that.
coming in now.
Yeah, he's coming in right now. So I think he took it at about as far as he could, and man, he slid her and right into the outside wall, McCauley.
I don't think he got low down enough either.
He slid it right across the nose, and we're going to stay with him because if he didn't, then he'll have an extra stay on pit road, McCauley. He stayed within the boundaries, though, even though he got into the wall, which means he wouldn't have got an unsafe pit entry.
Yeah.
But they could have easily got him for speeding.
Yeah, he came in hot. I don't see damage on his car.
He may have lucked out. We're going to watch right here. Right sides are up and down. Left side should go up now. Left sides are down, and he's held, McCauley.
Yep, that's unfortunate.
And I don't think he's getting repairs done to it. I think that he might have got the ticket on pit road entry right there. As we got a car coming down pit road now, that's a 00 car. He's going to make his first pit stop here.
He may have been speeding too.
He come in a little hot, didn't he?
I think he may be speeding as well.
So we're going to find out with the 00 right here of Nick Hunt. on whether or not he was speeding on his entry. It looked like he come in a little bit hot with the 00 car, but I think we're showing everybody real well what happens when you do. They'll change your tires, and then you're going to sit on pit road, and Craig just now left McCauley.
Yep.
That's how long 45 seconds is. Just so you know. That's what that penalty is. So
The eternity. Oh, nope. Nick
nope,
Hunt
00 made it. So good job, Nick. The 00 made it, and meanwhile, back up front, because of what happened to the driver of the 22 car, that 30 car's got a 6.8 second lead, Michael McCauley.
He just can run qualifying. Well, it doesn't really need to have to run qualifying laps. He can just run his race now.
I'd probably just save on the tires and a little bit of fuel right here. They went, let's say, 50 laps, some of them. So if you doubled that up, Nick's pit stop would be what, lap 100?
Yep.
And then you'd have to pit again at what, 150?
Yep. That'd be your last one on 150.
And then you'd have a 30-lap run to the end. So that might be what they do, but with a 7-second lead, man, I'm going to take it easy right now. But back here in second, Michael Atkins Jr. able to pick some positions back up, McCauley.
Yeah, he's back up to second.
He pitted a few laps earlier, so he got a little bit of an advantage there on the short pitting. And it's going to help him back up to second, but this driver right here's got a few lap fresher tires. Talking about the 42 car, David Elliott. And we're still early in the race, so a 7-second lead could disappear.
It could, or a speeding penalty, or
exactly the same thing that happened to the 22 could happen to any of them, McCauley.
Or a caution comes out. Things can change real quick.
Yeah, caution would erase it, and that would put McCauley right into the 1. And then McCauley be like, no more cautions. And I'm saying no cautions now. We go green the whole way. I'm at 0. But if we have a couple of them, Grumpy's going to win it. Do you hear that about what Michael Atkins told him about the track, McCauley?
Easiest track on the circuit.
That's right. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. He said he could make a lap around here with his eyes closed, McCauley.
I believe it.
I don't think the other guys want him to do that.
No. That might be our one caution, though.
McCauley's like, do it one time, just one time. That'd be one caution, wouldn't it, McCauley?
That would be. That's all we need.
So we're getting close to having a battle for that second spot. Elliott in the 42 is catching the 41 car. So we're going to have a second place battle going on between the 41 and 42. Numerically battling, McCauley. In real life, the 42 is always trying to jump over the 41, right?
Yeah, always.
That's the problem with any other number but 1. You've been stuck behind other numbers your whole life. That's not even fair, is it, McCauley?
It's not. They didn't even have a choice.
They didn't even have a choice. They were forced there. So we are using a forced numerical system, Michael McCauley.
We are.
And I think by initiating this conversation, I have lost more IQ points. Nation scratching his head and thinking about it right now. He's like, that's not what the aliens told me.
That's what I was smelling. I thought I smelled something burning.
What's burning?
Nation thinking.
I was hoping he didn't catch a laundry room on fire, McCauley.
Yeah, I hope not. But it may. For how hard he's thinking, it may catch it on fire.
He'll burn that sumbitch to the ground, won't he?
Yep.
I thought we might see a battle here for second, but that's not the case, McCauley.
No, it's falling off a little bit right now. Justin Gannon. Oh, Justin Gannon looked like he got into Tommy Haynes a little bit there off of 3 and 4.
Well, that's not good.
They held it together, but it was close.
I see his hood sticking up a little bit, Macaulay. Like I seen a little bit of air gap there on that left front. I might be wrong, though.
I don't know if I see anything right now.
It's not going to slow him down none. He's still up 8 seconds on him.
Yeah.
And speaking of Tommy Haynes going a lap down right here, but Haynes, man, looks so fast at the start of this thing, Macaulay.
Yeah.
And that car clearly has Bush. And that's
100%.
Bush apple car right there.
Did you try them yet?
No, I haven't, Macaulay. I haven't even thought about picking them up yet.
Oh, Haynes got into the wall there.
He's done that a few times.
He has. He has damage, I think, on every quarter panel, every part
hood,
of that.
every body part. The front, the back, the quarter panels, the doors there, the fenders. I mean, he's got that car all bushwhacked, don't he?
He does. That's why, because the fenders are too light. That's what it is.
Apparently, Grumpy has tried it, Macaulay.
I'm going to disagree with him on that one.
Man, I don't know what went on with the 42 right here, but he moved out of the way and let that 29 of Mike Rominger go right by.
Might be saving tires right now.
Saving tires or maybe fuel or something, but I don't know why you would save fuel. You're still going to have to stop.
Look at Rominger making a move on Atkins here.
I'll tell you what, that 29 car's been on a mission. It looked like early in the race the guy was figuring out the racetrack and how the car was going to drive. But once he's got it figured out, man, he's been fast, Macaulay.
He has.
They didn't just roll over and hand him those spots. He had to take them. And it looks like Wimbish in the 56 car might be done for the night.
Yeah, he disconnected.
So John Wimbish done for the race there. Atkins still able to hold on to P2 right here, but he's getting some pressure from the 29 of Mike Rominger. And David Elliott moved over and let the 29 go, but he's right back on their bumper now, Macaulay. And we got I think we got a lap car, the 62, up in front of him here that might play a factor in this race.
Yeah.
So Atkins is trying to stop from going from second to third, let alone second to fourth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it could happen right here in a corner or two, Macaulay. Rominger closing right up to the back bumper. And one thing I see about Rominger, well, he's only got a couple lap fresher tires here than Atkins does. No, Rominger's got the freshest tires of any of them besides Nick Hunt. 00 car's only got 22 laps on his tires. Rominger's at 24, and here comes a battle for second, Macaulay.
It's battle now.
That 29 car opened the door up right here. And we're side by side just past the start-finish line, Mike Rominger in the 29.
Is Elliott going to take advantage here?
Those fresher tires, though, in that 29 car, but is he going to get crossed over? 41 not quite fast enough to get his nose back under there, Macaulay. And no, it looked like the 41 got the door closed, so David Elliott not able to get a position there. So it looks like the 42 is going to have to go back to work on the 41 the hard way, man. So Atkins Jr. in the 41 going to fall back to third. But he's going to battle that spot once again with the 42 car here, David Elliott. It'll be interesting to see if Rominger, because it's a 10-second lead. Let's see if the 29 can knock anything off that, Macaulay.
It'll be tough. Gann's been strong all race.
And then you wonder if it forces the 29 to try to pit 2 or 3 laps earlier than the 30.
Yeah, try different strategy.
For, a couple, because they only got a couple pit stops left. So if you can pick up a few seconds here and there, that's 6 seconds of it, Macaulay.
Yeah.
We're going to see it's still exactly the same, about 10.2 seconds between first and second. So, and Rominger got around the 41, but he's not really set and sell from those guys, Macaulay.
No, he's just maintaining that. He's
got a problem
here.
29 car jumped out of the gas and let him go. I don't know what that was about, Macaulay.
I have no clue. That was a little strange there.
I don't know if something happened or maybe something got amiss. I don't know, but I think it's a good time to do a butt kicker through the field, Michael Macaulay.
Yeah.
And to do that, we're going to start right up front. We're going to change our camera view so you can see these drivers make a lap around here. And we're going to go on board with your race leader. That's going to be the 30 car, Justin Gann. Gann took the lead somewhere around lap 14 or 15. Is that right, Macaulay?
Yeah, and he's never looked back since then.
And he hasn't looked back. The whole first run, he was getting a lot of pressure from that 22 car, but we've seen after the first round of pit stops, that was eliminated. And even though we've seen second change hands briefly, Gann's able to stretch his advantage over to those guys another second. He's up 11 seconds on the field, Macaulay.
Yeah.
So that's a lap around this place with the leader, the fastest guy around the track right now. Let's go back to P2. Who we got in second, Macaulay?
Second, you got Michael Atkins Jr., the Melon.
The Melon Movement. MMO radio guys are probably getting pretty excited right now, riding on board with their driver. He's got a few more laps on his tires, Macaulay.
Yeah, we saw him lead the first couple of laps too as well.
Led about the first 14 circuits around here and had a hot rod. But sometimes when you push it that hard early on, man, you abuse that right front and you pay the price for it, Macaulay.
Yeah.
You see him going around Gary May right there. May at the bottom. May might have been headed to pit road, Macaulay.
Yep, he was the first one last cycle, the first one this cycle.
So we're going to go right behind the 41 to the 42 of David Elliott. And Elliott's the guy that had the most momentum coming into the chase, Macaulay, and he was fast last week but couldn't quite pull it off, could he?
Nope. Where he finished last week? He finished third last week.
No, he won.
Did he win? He did win. No, Justin Gann won last week.
Gann won last week, right. It was Darlington the last time he won.
Yep.
Atlanta was last week, and Gann won it, chase race number 1, and Gann's leading chase race number 2. So coming into the chase, this driver right here was the hottest, the 42 of David Elliott, but since the chase started, it's the 30 car, Macaulay.
Yeah.
Oh, look at how close he closed up to the 41 right there.
He was there.
Man, he was definitely there.
He's still there.
So good time to be on board with the third place driver because he's trying to take second away from the 41. We're going to watch it a little bit longer.
See him running a higher line here, see if he can get the momentum off the turn.
He had a run. He just didn't.
He didn't take it.
He didn't take it, did he, Macaulay?
Nope. Got about a car length gap right now.
Man, this is edge of the seat kind of stuff right here, Macaulay.
Yeah.
You get this close, man, a guy in front of you slips up, and it's unavoidable, Macaulay.
Yeah, and I just wonder when they get that close. I mean, we've seen it a couple times that it's hard to pass. Are they getting narrow tight that's not allowing them to get that run to get around them?
But I'll tell you what, that 41 car, even though he's got a few lap older tires, doing a heck of a job holding onto the wheel right here.
He is.
Like Grumpy said, they're not phasing him none. Oh, look at the run right there, though. Man, he come out of 4 with a whole head of steam, Macaulay.
He did.
But that 41 down in 1 and 2 is able to put him at bay again. Look at this, completely different corner entry right here for the 42, and I think he might have messed up, Macaulay.
I think he was letting Gary May go.
I think so, too. I think May's coming out on fresh tires, so that's what happened there. As May's going to go up and go to work on the 41, and we're going to go back. Who do we got in 4th, Macaulay?
4th, you got Nick Hunt. I think he stayed out the longest on that last run. First car 1 lap down as well.
He's got about 4 lap fresher tires than those other guys up there, so. With double spark. Macaulay?
What happened?
He's saving fuel.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
He's probably trying to do it on one more stop, isn't he?
That 00 car's on a different strategy, and I can't math out what strategy he's on, Macaulay.
No, but what lap did he come in last time?
We're going to cruise back to 5th right here, though, and find Tommy Haynes in the number 17 car, the bootlegger. And you can see the damage visually through his windshield.
Yeah, you can.
It's there. It's on the left and it's on the right, Macaulay. It's kind of on the left and the right, I guess.
It is, and it's on the back, and it's on the...
On the left side, the right side, the front, the back. I wouldn't be surprised if the roof don't have a dent at this point.
Yeah.
So who we got back in 6th, Macaulay?
6, you got Todd Cray. We saw him up there battling with Justin Gann at the early going. He had that speeding penalty, and probably hoping for a caution right now to try to use the lap back. He may have a little damage on his right side, too. That may be from that pit road entry.
Might have been from the pit road entry there. And he is not the first car lap down. He's the 3rd car lap down. The 00 car of Nick Hunt has went a lap down now, Macaulay.
Yeah.
So back in 7th, we're going to find the 62 right here, and he's got a little damage on the front of that ride. That's going to be Stephen Ayers Jr., driver of the 62 car. And Ayers, we've seen him. He's been 7th to 10th since the start of the race, Macaulay.
He has.
But he's slow. He's steady. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say slow and steady, but he's nice and steady out here. So.
Yeah, every week, just steady.
And that's what you got to do to pick up spots. You have to be.
Oh, he may have gotten to the wall there. And he's coming down pit road.
He's coming down pit road. He's done with it.
Is he going to make it? He missed it.
And Rominger's back here in 9th, and seeing what I seen with the 00 Macaulay really makes me wonder if some of these guys don't have a little idea.
Yeah. Ooh, he closed big time on Nick Hunt there.
He's got to work to the bottom. He's already pitted. Rominger has. He's got 5 laps on the run, so we're going to go up front where these guys have not pitted yet. And when I say these guys, that's going to be the 30 car here, Justin Gann. And now 2nd place is going to be David Elliott because Michael Atkins Jr. is on pit road. Or he was, Macaulay.
Yeah, he was in already.
He come out less than a lap ago.
Oh,
Now-
Justin Gann's coming in.
Now he's been out a lap, and the 30 car's coming to pit road, and he's going to get it woed down, it looks like, no problem. The 42 car, though, is going to stay out on the racetrack, and nope, he's coming in too, Macaulay, same lap.
Yep, might as well.
That's 53 laps on the run. The other one with 53 laps is third place Tommy Haynes right here. But I think we have seen a couple of these drivers on a bit of a different strategy. But Haynes is going to come to pit road, and he misses it.
That's the second one this run that's missed it.
Tommy Haynes is going to miss pit road entry right here, have to take another lap around. Ouch.
He probably can't wait till this race is over.
Man, that'll make you feel like you added insult to injury sometimes, Macaulay.
He may be out of gas.
He is out of gas. The car's sputtering. And, man, sometimes that's we talked about how hard it is to enter pit road here. That car's not running, Macaulay.
Nope.
He's
Hopefully he
going
can coast it in the whole way.
He's going to get it slowed down enough right here. Plenty of time to, but unfortunately the plenty of time to is all the time that he lost on the track.
Yeah, and if it's out, it's gonna not. I don't know if he's gonna make it.
So
He's
meanwhile,
rocking it.
back with the 41 car of Atkins, he's going to go around that 10 car, Gary May. And in May's defense, he stopped 18 laps ago, Macaulay.
Yeah.
And Nick Hunt is just now 52 laps into the run. He is the race leader. And that feller's saving fuel, Macaulay.
Yeah, he can. We've seen him go, about 45, 50. If he stretches it out a little longer, he can do it on one more stop.
We're 112 laps in of 180. That's what he's doing, Macaulay. I got it mapped out now. He's saving fuel now because he can make one more stop, and they're going to have to stop again.
Yep.
But his lead over Gann's not that significant right now, Macaulay.
No, it's, down to 10. See what he is at the line.
Right. So I don't think it's going to be an advantage over Gann even as it ends.
No, Gann closed about 2 seconds that lap.
Because even though the 00 only has to pit one more time, so does Justin Gann.
Yeah.
I don't know it'll be close, Macaulay, because I think he's trying to stretch it to 120. That would be my guess.
Yeah, that's the sweet spot there.
So that's 6 laps from now. So I think 120 would be the sweet spot, but that means he's probably going to have to save fuel on the next run.
Yeah, he can't just go for it.
He can't go for it. That's right. He's 55 laps into the run. It'll be 56 laps this time by. But I do like his strategy. And I like it because if it went green, he never had a shot any other way anyway.
Yeah.
At least this gives him a shot, not even if it's not for the win, maybe for second. You know what I mean?
Second or third, anywhere to improve your position.
Because we look at second, and he's 10 seconds behind, or third, and he's 10 seconds behind Justin Gann. And that's going to be the 41 of Michael Atkins Jr. back in the third spot. That will be the second spot after the pit stops, Macaulay.
Yep.
And Atkins stopped a few laps before David Elliott and Justin Gann once again. But I'm watching this because 2.3 seconds now. Gann is not far behind.
No, he's going to close him here next lap or two. He'll be there.
By about the time that the 00 heads to pit road. Because we're coming up to 18 now, so if we're right, Macaulay, it'll be 2 more laps.
Yep. Maybe he'll try to stretch it a little longer so he can push it on the next run.
He's got 59 laps into this run right here. And the lead is less than 1 second. The 30 car, you can see him in the same frame now. 4/10, 3/10. 00's on pit road. Man, he's pushing it close, isn't he?
Yeah.
This is 61 laps here when he gets across the line, and that's exactly what he's going to have to run to finish it, Macaulay.
It's going to be real close.
So we know that he can make it the 61 laps. He's going to need to make the finish, but he's got to save the whole run to do it. I like the idea there.
Oh, it's worth a shot.
Definitely is worth a shot as we go back and find P2 right here. So 41 of Michael Atkins Jr., 13.8 seconds behind the race leader. 120 of 180. These guys will have to stop one more time, Macaulay, and they need that 30 to make a mistake or they need a caution flag, buddy.
One or the other. Or both.
Or both, right.
Both will work.
Chase race number 2 right here at Dover tonight, and Gann's already put it in victory lane in chase race number 1, Macaulay.
He has. Can he go back to back?
That's going to be the question is, can he go back to back? Atlanta to Dover.
2 completely different tracks, too.
2 completely different tracks, and man, he's certainly got the momentum since the chase started. Early on, Payson, it looked like the 41 might be the guy to beat, and once Gann got by, he was able to stretch it out, and I think the only one he couldn't drive away from had trouble on pit road, and that's the 22 of Todd Cray.
Yeah, I think he's since disconnected from the race.
And he has since retired from the race. That's absolutely correct. But looking at the leaderboard and watching the 30 and the 41 and the 42, they're the only 3 cars on the lead lap right now.
Yep.
We go back to the 42 of David Elliott right here. And don't discount Elliott. I think he was second last week, Macaulay.
Was he second?
Third. Atkins was second. Last week's finishing order is the running order right now.
Is it possible to do it 2 weeks in a row?
It's the running order right now, Macaulay. I'm going back and looking at it. Gann first, Atkins second, Elliott third. The only thing different is fourth, Rominger. Rominger finished fourth last week, and right now he's sitting in sixth. So can that top 3 repeat the first 2 races of the chase? We'll have to wait.
Find out.
Yeah. We got, I don't know, Macaulay. We got some laps to figure it out, though, don't we?
Yep. About I can't do the math right now, but
54.
That many laps.
Yep, 54 of them. 53 when they get to the line. 53 laps now. So I can, unfortunately, I mathed it there. And Nation's probably mad at me for it, but
He probably is. He can get his calculator out in time.
he usually gets pissed when I start mathing that. I think the 42 might have something to say about repeating last week's finishing order, Macaulay.
That'd be first time I've seen it in Swift for us.
He's putting some pressure on the 41 now.
He has.
And it seems like the last 4 or 5 laps he's really closed in on them. But we've seen this for 120 laps now.
We have.
This isn't nothing new, is it, Macaulay?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Center of the corner. It looked like you couldn't fit a piece of bread between those 2 bumpers.
No, that was close. Too close.
I don't know why you would put a piece of bread between the 2 bumpers, but it wasn't going to fit, was it, Macaulay?
It wasn't.
Maybe a piece of paper? I doubt it. If you want to put a piece of paper between 2 cars at 160, go have at it. I'm going to stay right here in the broadcast booth, Macaulay, where it's safe.
We're safe up here.
Right. Unless we get some high winds, Macaulay.
Yeah, that's possible.
In Dover right now, we're probably freezing cold, ain't we?
Yep.
Nope, this booth is heated.
Heated, free alcohol. We got it all.
Heated booth and drunk.
Yep.
So there's a 42 pushing the bottom here. 41 able to hold on to that second spot. We've seen this before. And he closes up. He's right there.
You just can't get around him.
But 41, don't make a mistake. He don't give him. If you don't make a mistake, you don't give the guy the line. You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh, he made the line here, though.
Right here.
He let him go, it looks like.
He did. So the 41 pulls up a little bit, moves up, lets the 42 go. And that's going to be a change for second.
I mean, do you pit now if you're Atkins or Elliott? Because you're in your window.
I don't know. I might because of strategy, McCauley.
Yeah.
Those guys can go a lot farther, but I probably, after I lost second there, went ahead and brought it to pit road. Because you got 45 laps left to run here. But
yeah, might as well.
They'll pit in a few laps, if I had to guess, and split the run in half. But once that comes to the point, then the 30's going to pit anytime, too.
Yeah, he's not going to let that.
Really no advantage here. At a 16 and a half second advantage, they definitely need a caution, McCauley.
Oh, they do.
You see Atkins in the 41, dropping back to third here. Look who's in fourth, McCauley. He's coming to pit road, though.
The gentleman.
The gentleman will be the first one making his last pit stop. Nope. The 00 was the first one to make his last pit stop.
If he can make it work.
So Gary May's going to bring it to pit road. That'll be for the final time as we've got, I don't know, 43 laps to go, probably.
Yep, about 43.
And looking up front, they're 30 laps into the run right now, McCauley. Gann goes across the line. It'll be lap 30 on that set of tires.
Yeah, and he can see Atkins and Elliott right in front of him now. Oh, Atkins missed pit road.
Oh, no.
He's going to lap down
He
now.
went a
Yeah,
lap down. Missed pit road and went a lap down to Gann. Well, when it rains, it pours, McCauley.
It does.
He's going to get it woed down one more time. It's going to be the final pit stop for the driver, the Melon Movement driver right here in the 41. And he got it slowed down in time, so that is a plus. Rominger, it's interesting to see what strategy this feller's working on. He's back in the fourth position now. He'll move up to third probably, but David Elliott's held the lead at about 16 seconds. Gann hasn't been able to pull any more time on him, McCauley.
No, he hasn't yet.
But the problem, if you're the driver of the 42s, you got to figure out how to race 16 seconds. You almost need a little help.
Yeah, just a little.
And
maybe a rain shower real quick.
Looking at the 00 where he's moving up the charts there, he's up to fourth now. And I'm watching the 00 because we know that feller ain't stopping.
No. He's going to stretch it even if he runs out.
He's done with it. Gann's still on the track, though. 33 laps on the run now.
I think he's going to wait for Elliott to pit. Once he sees Elliott, he'll come in the next lap.
I'd have split it, McCauley.
Yeah, I would have came in by now.
I'd have split it. That way you can even it out. Elliott's still out on the track. He's got one lap fresher tires. If you look at Rominger back in third, Rominger's got about 10 more laps on his tires than those guys. But Nick is on the same lap as Rominger. Nick's got 22 laps on his tires and fuel. But I have a feeling he's not stopping no more.
Yeah, it's still going to be a stretch, but I don't think he's going to stop regardless.
30's coming to pit road now. Leader's going to get it woed down right here. He had plenty of time not to make any mistakes. No sense in pushing it right here, Macaulay.
Nope. That big of a lead, you might as well take your time.
So
use that lead.
1:44 to go. "36 laps left." And he split the run in half, basically.
He did.
So David Elliott's going to bring it to pit road. Mike Rominger also on pit road right here.
Steven Ayers, I think, is in front of them.
Yeah, so race leaders, most of the guys are on pit road, but one guy that's not pitting yet. Right here, he made a lap up on him, and he'll probably make another one up on him while they're on pit road. And that's going to be the 00 car right here. Nick Hunt, that Sparko car. And I do like what he did, Macaulay. He was the only one that tried something.
You have to. You gotta try something different.
We'll have to see. Nick gets around Elliott, but I don't think he's going to get around Gann.
No, he's too far behind Gann now.
Yeah, he's 15 seconds behind Gann. So it did pick Nick up some spots, though.
Yeah, I think he needed Gann to run the full length of the run for it to really take advantage.
If you wonder what the 41's mistake cost him, it was 3 seconds, Macaulay.
Yep. I thought it was going to be more than that, so that's not too bad.
And he got back on the lead lap. But I think right behind him's Gann. It is.
Yep.
So the 41's in third or fourth, back on the lead lap, and he's trying to hold on to it, but he's got the race leader, Justin Gann, in the 30 right there, Macaulay. Not no more.
Nope, he's gone.
So that'll put the top three. Momentarily the top three. Gann's not far back there. As Gann got around the 41 car. He's only about a second or so behind the 00, isn't he?
Yep, he can see the 00. He may get him this lap, actually.
So 30 laps to go now, and Justin Gann in the 30 car. 17.8 second lead over David Elliott. 00 car sitting third, not too far behind Elliott. And Gann's right there, possibly to put that 00 car a lap down, Macaulay.
Yep, there he goes now.
He does it. The question is, can he in fact lap the field?
Oof.
You wonder it because only a couple of seconds ahead of him's this guy.
Does he try for it? That's the question, too.
I don't know. We'll just have to watch the gap. If it hits about 20 seconds, that's about how long it takes him to get a lap around here. So we'll have to see if the lead keeps increasing, Macaulay. And I think Tommy Haynes is in between right here. He is. There's the 17 car Tommy Haynes riding in the top 5, Michael McCullough.
Yeah, decent recovery there.
So even though he's got some dented body panels, well, he's got her up in the top 5. And that right there is a bush. Whoa, Gann, sideways. Wasn't it another time these two cars got around each other? There was a slight issue, Macaulay?
There was. That may have cost Gann some time there on Elliott, but not enough for Elliott, obviously.
Miscommunication, and once Gann got it figured out, though, it's right back up to 18 seconds, man.
And he can see Elliott in front of him.
But they're
going
still,
off the turn.
There's actually still 26 laps left that a caution could come out, Macaulay.
Yeah.
And that would change it all, buddy. We're looking at third place right here. Michael Atkins Jr. The Fire and Ice car. MMO radio. Melon Movement. A lot of names on the car, Macaulay. A lot of them.
Yep.
And then back and forth, you got the 00 car, and he is cutting her down again. He's got to save fuel to make the distance, and we'll have to see how that works out for him at the end. Macaulay's back and forth now. And we've already spent some time on the Busch Beer car, so let's find a gentleman in the field here. Michael McCullough, Gary May.
Yep, he's back in 6th place.
He's got a pretty clean race car here. He's been a little bit off schedule with those guys, but
it's worked for him.
Yeah, he's on the same lap as Tommy Haynes there. Looks like Rominger's on the same lap as he is, too. May running a little bit higher line around here, but it's working for him, Macaulay.
Yeah. Rominger's right there behind him, though, too. So
Gary May all jacked up on Mountain Dew right here, getting her done.
Yep.
Get on the dew and get her done, Macaulay.
Works every time.
That's right. Meanwhile, though, we'll see how far back this driver of the 29 car is behind him. He's not too far back. That's Mike Rominger. Rominger looks to have about, 6 lap better tires here. Tommy Haynes, pit road, 17 car.
Yep. I think he tried to stretch it as long as he could, hoping for that caution.
Yep. So that's going to let Gary May move up to 5th, Rominger back to 6th. Actually, yeah, that's how it's going down. Yep. Rominger looks like he might want the top 5, though, as he's closing up rather quickly on that 10 car.
May get him a corner exit, if not 1 and 2 here.
We're going to watch the battle.
Gentleman slipped up the track there.
Yeah, here's the pass right here on board with Mike Rominger in the 29 car. Why look at a lap around here when you can look at a pass, right, Macaulay?
Yep.
So there was the pass from the 29 and 10, and that's going to put the 29 of Mike Rominger up in the top 5 with 18 laps to go. And I think the last car on the field right now is going to be Busch.
Yep, he's hanging out there.
The bootlegger, the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Haynes, the last driver to go to pit road, so he's got fresh tires and he can just hold her down, Macaulay.
Hold her wide open, right?
Nope. I wouldn't recommend that around Dover for sure. That'd be a good way to break, not bush your car. You'd bush it all right, bushwhack it.
Yep.
So this driver right here, winner of chase race number 1 in Atlanta, has got 15 and a half laps to go, Macaulay. With
all he needs to do is just take his time.
18.7 second lead over second place. The driver is the driver of the number 30 car, Justin Gann. What a way to start off the chase, Macaulay.
Yeah, if he can go back-to-back, that'll make him the hottest driver.
He certainly led the most laps here. We've won 165 circuits around here, and this driver's led 133 of them, Macaulay.
Yeah.
Almost 19-second advantage now over second place. And if you want to know how big that advantage is, it takes these guys, 23 seconds to lap the track, Macaulay? Get a lap around?
Right now Gann's last lap was 23.6.
All right, so they're That's the difference right there. So he's only 4 or 5 seconds behind David Elliott, and if he catches him, it would be to put him a lap down, Michael McCauley.
Yeah.
And Boosky's awake. He threw the melons out. That didn't come out right, but
No, we'll let it slide.
we'll let that one slide. So watching Elliott in the 42 primetime machine. You know what David Elliott's saying right now?
Bring a caution.
Debris. There's debris on the track. Turn 4. Bad.
A little bit of rain. A little bit of rain.
A little bit of rain. Now, just debris. Somebody threw a chicken wing out there. They're throwing beer bottles in turn 4, McCauley.
I actually think Nation's climbing the fence.
Nation's climbing the fence, and I just got hit by a Busch bottle. It bushed my window.
I was actually at the Dover race a couple years ago when that guy climbed the fence.
Yeah? Was it Nation?
I think so.
Yeah, probably. Oh. 29 moving up, letting the 42 go, so he's not going to impede the second-place driver here. He's like, you want it? You can have it, man. So we have got 10 laps to go, McCauley. Chase race number 2 right here. 10 laps, Michael McCauley. 10.
Yep, 10 to go. 9 to go now.
9 to go, right. How many cautions?
0.
Oh, who said 0? I
I
think I know that guy.
can't figure that one out yet.
Think I know that guy. Been a while since I won one of the Bender over-under counts.
Been a while since any of us won it.
Yep. But that streak may break tonight if it can hold out for 7.5 laps, Michael McCauley.
Yeah. And you be on a hot streak too. You won 2 last night. You would win this.
Yeah.
You're on a hot streak.
Heck, I won last week's race too.
You did. That'd be 4 in a row. 4 wins in a row.
So there's 7 right there. 7 to go. Justin Gann leading it in the 30 car. And he has been for the, 141 laps, McCauley.
Something like that.
He's got a 19-second lead. So barring any catastrophes, it looks like that 30 car may go back-to-back, McCauley.
Yep.
0 caution flags tonight for the guys at Swift Motorsports in the Hyperdrive Cup Series here, brought to you by Butt Kicker. And we've hoped that you have enjoyed the broadcast, right, McCauley?
Yeah.
We try. I mean, they can't take that away from us. We try. I'm equivalent to a village idiot, but I try.
That's all that matters.
That's right. So less than 5 to go, now 4 to go, McCauley. This fella right here is going to be happier than a pig in crap after this one, McCauley.
He actually does some damage on the right side, too.
It ain't affecting the car, man. 19-second lead. And he's still driving the wheels off of it.
He is, and he's got Nick Hunt right in front of him, Rominger.
It's not like he's backed off of it, McCauley.
No.
See some lap cars up in front of him. Heck, there's only one other car on the lead lap, and he's just up in front of him. So 00 car working a little higher line as the 30 closes in with 2 to go now. Is he going to ride there is the question, McCauley, or is he going to try to take that spot away?
He has no reason to pass him. Unless Nick Hunt needs an extra lap with fuel, so he may let him pass him.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, right here, the 30's going to go. 1 lap to go. White flag's out. That means one more time around for chase race number 2, Michael McCauley.
Yep.
Down the back straightaway for the final time, coming into turns 3 and 4. You're going to find the 30 car right here, driven by Justin Gann out of turn 4. That's it. Start, finish line, and winner, chicken dinner, Michael McCauley.
That was a dominant performance there.
There's 2 winners right here. We're going to go back to P2. We're going to find the driver, the 42 car, David Elliott. And that's where Elliott's going to finish the primetime machine. So he was, watch out, because I see David Elliott momentum again. Michael McCauley was 3rd last week, 2nd this week.
He's still hot for the last 5 or 6 races. He's been, maybe even 7, he's been in the top 3 every race.
We see the 41 right here, Michael Atkins Jr., going to round out the podium in the top 3. So that's going to put him back in the interview room. And we got the 30 car doing burnouts right here. Victory lane for Justin Gann, 2 weeks in a row, Michael McCauley.
Yeah, it's impressive, especially in the chase.
He's happy. I'm telling you, he's happy.
Yeah.
I'd burn it to the ground, too. Oh, come on, Gann. You got a couple more tires left on it. Give it hell. Right, McCauley?
Yeah, go for it.
He's going to jump out of the car, but I think the Busch beer car might be somewhere. He's on pit road, ain't he, McCauley?
Yep, he brought her in now.
Yep, he brought her in, too, so that's going to take all the cars off the track, and we're going to take a quick commercial break. No, Actually, we're not. Gann's right in the waiting room, so we're going right into the interviews, McCauley.
Is he? He just left the wait.
He was there. What happened?
He left it.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right, I believe we got our top 3 waiting in the waiting room, so we're going to start with our post-race interviews here. Justin Gann, you got Vernon Michael in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Oh, I got you.
Man, 2 chase races and back-to-back wins for the driver of that 30 car. It's got to feel good.
Oh yeah, dude. It was. It was a great race. No cautions. Everyone was respectful on the track, dude. You couldn't ask for better racing.
Yeah, caution-free at Dover on a short track. It made me a winner, too. I picked the 0 on the over-under there, Justin. So
there you go.
You won the race, and I won the caution count. I'm feeling pretty good. I ain't had a win in a while, so feels good.
There you go. We both won tonight.
That's right, but you've won 2 weeks in a row, and I haven't really been paying attention on the Xfinity side. How'd you run here in that last night?
I think I finished second last night. Yeah, I finished second here last night.
So you were able to improve on that here in the Thursday Night Cup Series, the Premier Series. And that give you 2 chase race wins in a row, Justin.
Well, hopefully we make it 3.
I think that's going to make you the points leader in the chase, too.
I think we go to Kansas next week. So,
and I believe you're right. I think we are going to Kansas next week. That's a pretty good track for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I typically do pretty well there, so I've got good statistics.
As I recall, Phoenix is pretty good for you, too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Homestead is, too. I think those guys might be in trouble, Justin.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to wonder. 200 lap or 180 laps here at Dover. right? You led 148 laps tonight, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't expect it, man. It's a new car, new setups. I mean, nobody really knows what they're going to be able to do on these short tracks, so I think we're starting to find out
How,
who can really wheel these things.
how scary is the pit road entry here?
Very nerve-wracking. I was about 50-50 in practice hitting in, so somehow I was able to pull off clean stops. Me and Todd were talking the whole time, and I thought for sure it was going to be me and him in the end there, and he messed up the pit entry, and just the nerves get to you, and you kind of just falter throughout the race after that. So unfortunate for him because he was very fast as well.
Yeah, it looked like it was really easy to make a mistake there. I mean, this is one of those tracks where getting slowed down to 35 miles an hour is not an easy job. But I think
Yeah.
the first one, it looked like you may have been out of shape a little bit. It was one of them I seen that you might have got her a little bit sideways, but
Oh yeah, yeah. That transition will get you. I want to say it was the first stop.
I
The
think
the
it
last
was
stop.
actually.
The last stop was actually. I felt like I slowed down kind of late, but the entry and everything felt really good. So,
Ah.
I guess I don't know. I got lucky on that one.
Yeah, well, it looked like once you were able to build an advantage that you may have actually been able to breathe a little easier when you were going into pit road there.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely didn't enter as hard as I could have, and typically in this car, when I try to push the limits, I end up speeding. So once I had that lead, there was no need to rush it, getting on and off pit road.
So it looked like your car had a ton of long run speed. Was that the advantage here, Justin? Was just having that long run car?
Yeah, yeah. In the beginning, I knew those guys were going to try to run pretty hard that first run, so I decided to move out of the way, let them go, and um, able to walk them back down. And after that, after I realized, where my tires were and where their tires were headed, um, I knew I'd be pretty strong on the long runs compared to everybody else. So, like I said, the only one that was able to keep up there was Todd, and I didn't even expect that. So, um, it's just it's really hard to perfect this track, and as much as I've driven it, I still, don't hit my marks every time. It's very hard not to hit the wall, so it's just one of those tracks where you need a little bit of luck and a lot of skill.
Yeah, Dover's a track too that it took some luck there on pit road, a stop or two. It
Yeah,
looked like it could that entry to pit road could definitely jump out and bite you, but you were perfect on it tonight, and it takes no mistakes, Justin, and you were able to complete 180 laps here without it.
yes, sir.
So, do you have anyone you want to thank while we got you in the booth here after win number 2 in the chase?
Yep, I want to thank Ayers Eye Racing Paints for being on the car, 4X. I want to thank everybody in the league behind the scenes who's been putting this thing on. Hyperdrive Motorsports for sponsoring the series. I want to thank you guys over there at WFO for putting on the league and all the respect that the drivers gave. So definitely made for great racing.
That's awesome, man. You guys put on a great show. Anytime you can come to a short track in the chase and run 180 laps caution free is pretty impressive, Justin. But when
Oh yeah.
you can do that and lap all the way up to second, that's pretty impressive too.
I was going for that number 2 spot. I just couldn't get him in time.
Macaulay took a little bit of break, and he might not have been in here, but when he already knew Kansas was next week, Macaulay, and he's excited about it. He's excited about it. I was thinking back to Phoenix and Homestead, and I'm like, those are good tracks for you too. So,
That's
Yeah,
scary.
going for 3 in a row next week, Gann, and I think that'll be the most chase races anyone's pulled off in a row if you can do it.
Yeah, well, we'll see if I can sweep all of them. That'd be a heck of a season right there.
That'd be a
Um,
pretty awesome performance.
Yeah, it'll be tough, but we'll see what we can do.
Well, we're going to wish you good luck, man, but you've got the first 2 under your belt, so 3 more to go, Justin. Go get them, buddy.
Alrighty, appreciate it, guys.
All right, that's the race winner, Justin Gann. We're going to go get our second place driver, and McCauley's going to interview him.
Yep. Hey, David Elliott, you got Vern and Mike on the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Got you guys. How's it going?
Good. So solid P2 finish tonight. Walk us through your race. I mean, I know Gann was definitely tough tonight.
Yeah, Gann put a ass whipping on us tonight, man. We didn't have nothing for him. We just tried to ride around and run for second and third there. Luckily, just kind of fell our way. Didn't have any incidents. Car felt pretty decent. It's a little more tight than I would like it, but you know. First, I would like to apologize for not coming up to the interview booth last week. I was a little upset at myself for spinning there on the last lap, going for the win there. I ended up just sending it and wrecked and was just disappointed and mad. I didn't want to come up here and say something I'd regret later. So sorry about that, guys.
No, you're all good. Understandable. So, how is the exit of turns here? I mean, I've raced here and it's difficult, but how are these cars on the track? I mean, it looked like they're still pretty difficult, like any other car.
Yeah, they were very difficult. It was hard to get it in the corner just right. You had to brake at a certain point and really run your line consistently so you didn't burn up the right front. And that's what I kept doing was just burning up the right front. I'd have enough speed to get around Atkins a little bit, and I don't know. It's just very, very hard to get a consistent line going. And the car is just too tight. I couldn't get it to turn on exit. I was either getting in too soon or too late. So it's just a combination of things tonight.
Yeah, like I said, it is a difficult track. I mean, also walk us through like your pit road entry. I know it's I'd say probably one of the toughest pit roads to get onto here.
Yeah, I was braking as soon as you got into three. You had to really start braking right there. I've been having some issues with my braking here lately since the update from Fantech. They brakes been locking on me. I can't get the sensitivity just right, so I really had to back my corner up there going into three, and get slowed down because it's hard to get from 170 to 35. But luckily, I did pretty good. I practiced that the last couple of days, so I just kept doing that. And like I said, man, just kind of got lucky. Didn't really hit anything and had enough speed to kind of hold on at the end there.
And it was a clean race for you, solid P2. What are your thoughts on Kansas next week?
Right now, I mean, I'm pretty good there. I'm gonna do some testing here later this weekend and try to see if I can get some kind of feel for there. But I'm sure it's going to be tricky with this new package. I feel like we're going to be really, really free. And it might be, it might be a handful. It might be another one of those deals where we have to just kind of race the track and settle in and try to get in a good rhythm. But I'm really looking forward to it. The next few races are going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, definitely be interesting next week to see if it's going to be like Atlanta, not really much pack racing, or if there's going to be back-to-back racing. It's definitely be interesting next week.
Yep, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, I haven't really done much testing yet, so I'll kind of get started on that this weekend. But appreciate all you guys broadcasting and everybody here at Swift Motorsports and Hyperdrive. Just appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, and good luck next week at Kansas and the rest of the chase here. But we'll be talking to you again before the end of it.
I hope so, man. Thank you.
He's got
Yep,
a pattern going, McCauley. He went
does.
third last week, up to second this week, and watch out at Kansas. If the pattern continues, man. All right, David Elliott, good luck to you, buddy.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, so that was second place David Elliott, and I think we got another interview to do, and I think there's some melon movement guys that want to hear it, McCauley.
They might.
And first I got to address something. Nation wants to be tested for steroids. Why, McCauley? I could think of several other things he should probably be tested for, and steroids ain't one of them.
I can't answer that on the broadcast.
All right, so here we go. Here we go. We got another interview, so let's do this. Michael Atkins Jr., you're in the broadcast booth with Vern and Michael McCauley. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you, guys.
Man, I'll tell you what. If we could go back to the start of this race and finish it, you had them covered.
Let's not. I'll just settle for a third. I hate that track.
Well, the good news is the race is over, too, Michael Atkins.
Oh, how blessed and glad I am. That's a long race, but man, hats off the drivers out there, man. I was for y'all while y'all was talking with Justin. I was in the waiting room talking with, and Elliot, and I told him, I said, when you get a good caliber group of drivers like that know how to run clean, even though you get spaced out and you get your butt whooped by a certain driver, and I didn't really figure out how he was driving the track and what he was actually doing until toward the end after he lapped me, and then I finally saw it. But Justin just whooped our butt tonight. But usually Dover is not my best track, but somehow tonight I squeezed out the top three, and overall I count it as a win. I mean, you can't win the championship until you get to Homestead anyway. So all we can do is just try to maintain top 8 in points, and I love to stay top 4 and all the way through. I mean, we went through the cutoff for the first round. Now we move on to the next 2 races for the next round, and then we go to make sure we get to Homestead and run for the sponsor. Well, actually 2 sponsors, World Tour Trucking and MMO Radio. But I don't know where to start. And thanking everybody. It's a blessing and an honor to have MMO Radio and World Tour Trucking and get to drive for everybody from both discards, both companies. I can't thank them enough. I mean, we got a DJ sick, so wish you the best in recovery. You know who you are out there. So we like her and respect her very much, and we hope she gets to feeling well. But all the fans with the radio station / listeners that tuned in to watch it, all the way up to the owner himself. We know him over here on this discard as Grumpy Old Bastard, but over there on MMO Radio, it's MC Shady, Master of Ceremonies over there. I can't thank those guys enough, man. They're what I come out every Thursday night and drive for. If it wasn't, like I said last week, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing iRacing right now. I'd just be on the radio and playing hit tunes all through the ages like I do every Sunday night. But I'm gonna say I'm just humbled and blessed. I can't thank everybody enough. Deep down inside, it's just amazing. I'm speechless a little bit when you sit down and stop and think, because when you get close to 40 guys, you mature up a little bit, or you should be matured up by then at that age, and you realize no matter what happens, life's going to beat you, kick you down to your knees. It's all about whether and how you're going to pick yourself back up and keep on moving forward and not let it keep kicking you down. But I can't thank him enough.
Couple podium finishes start the 5-race chase off is pretty good for you to start the points off going into Kansas next week. How do you feel about Kansas, Michael?
Kansas with the next gen car and the new horsepower, it's kind of a toss up because Kansas, before you always ran the top. And then when the next gen car came out, everybody kind of ran the bottom for the first few laps. Then they went to the top. Now we got the curveball, last couple of weeks with the new 675 horsepower, which is throwing a new curve loop with, how the tire right rear is wearing out and getting freer and on the long run and everything else. So, yeah, I mean, you could practice by yourself with your own sessions. But me personally, I never really know until I get into the practice and stuff, so forth. And I don't know. I think it's going to be a toss-up on how Kansas drives, but I think Kansas, bottom line, is going to be just like, I'm going to race it just like I did this tonight. I'm just going to race it like you do Darlington, Dover. You just race the racetrack and try to tame it the best you can and salvage a good finish. Because like I said, we're not worried about, you can win races, this, that, and the other. And I think Elliott said that Homestead, it all boils down to who the best finisher is out the chase, out the top 8 at that race. So, you can win all you want, lead. Most laps you won't, but bottom line is you just want to make sure you get to Homestead and contend for the championship.
And that's definitely the attitude to have there, Michael Atkins Jr., and we wish you the best of luck, buddy. We know you're going to be tough on these last 3 races.
I'm going to give it my best to be as tough as I can. But I thank y'all for doing the broadcast and everything else. And it takes a lot of dedication week in, week out, and to show up and broadcast, even especially tonight, 180 laps. That's a long race.
We appreciate that very much, man.
Yes, sir.
But thank you, and good luck to you the rest of the season, Michael.
You got it. You got it. Y'all have a good night.
You too. All right, that's going to do our post-race interviews up, Macaulay.
Yep.
At 9:56, and I think we might get out of here by 10 p.m.
We might.
We might. We're giving it a try tonight because it is my 24th wedding anniversary. So maybe my wife is still awake, but I doubt it. But thank everybody for tuning in to the stream tonight. This was Chase Race number 2 for the Swift Motorsports Hyperdrive Cup Series at Dover. Brought to you by Butt Kicker and Nation is Speechless. We did it once again, Macaulay.
Man, we're doing something right.
We did it right if we rendered Nation speechless once again.
Man.
And I don't know what he was talking about, testing for steroids. He needs to be tested for them. Is he back on this whole alien DNA thing again, Michael Macaulay?
I think so.
Isn't that what it sounds like to you? Nation thinks he has alien DNA now. Just because they violated him doesn't give him alien DNA, does it, Macaulay?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
We just got to make that clear here. Macaulay, thanks for coming in once again. It's hard to believe that it was Chase Race number 2, and that was the, 12th race of the season?
Yeah, we got 3 more left. It's going by pretty quick.
3 more to go, and I think we're going to pull them off in a row, aren't we? Yeah,
we are.
We've been on a... I think since January 6th, we've been on a stretch, haven't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races now, Macaulay?
Yep.
6 race. We're going to go on a 7, 8, 9 race stretch. I think we can do it, Macaulay, for 3 more. What do you think?
I think so.
All right. So we'll see you guys next week at Kansas, where we'll be on a 7 race stretch.
7.
Right. Race 13 of the season, though. Chase race number 3. And Justin Gann once again in the 30 car. Congratulations pulling off the win here. That's back-to-back in the chase to start the chase off. But those top 3 are the same. Second and third's in a little bit different order, but it's still the same top 3, Macaulay.
It is.
So it's going to be interesting. We'll take a look at the points when we start the next broadcast next week. See how the chase standings are looking, because I think they did some chase eliminations after this race.
They did. Now I think they're down to 12.
So they should be down to 12 from the 16 original drivers, and I think some of those drivers actually eliminated theirself here tonight. You hate to see that because you know that the weather's bad in certain areas of the country right now. So, not in Florida, we're about 80 degrees, but that's a whole different story.
We're actually getting in the 50s tonight.
Oh, there you go. Macaulay's on a warm up. Don't you got an ice storm coming tomorrow?
We do, and then it's supposed to drop down to the teens.
All right, there you go. So we got that figured out. Once again, thank you for tuning into the broadcast. Give us a like if you liked it. If you didn't, you can watch paint dry.
Yeah.
I come up with a good one there, Macaulay.
You did.
They can watch the paint dry, and the others can watch the broadcast, like it if they want to. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We'll catch you guys next Thursday night at Kansas.
Yep, it's at Kansas.
Hopefully the weather's better there, Macaulay.
I hope so.
I don't know. We'll find out next week, but we'll see you guys in Kansas. Have a safe weekend.